episode is brought to you by Combat. Fucking Combat. Hell yeah.
Oh, fucking Combat!
Shout out to Combat.
Yes.
Alright. There's no... Okay, I guess I'm not going to do the fucking clap thing because I just started out the episode like that. So!
Combat.
It's been a... this podcast has been a thing for over a year now. And these dudes have been one of the most requested bands ever. But I wanted to make sure that I actually had, like... some actual shit that you could look at in a room. Like, have an actual kind of okay-looking podcast room before I brought these dudes on. So, after a fucking year, I have Exploder. Ow! What's up, guys? How are you doing?
What's happening, man?
Alright, guys. Introduce yourselves and what you do in the band, please.
I'm Carlos Avila. I play the guitar. New to the band.
He's new, give him a break.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the pit though, right?
In the pit though.
I'll see.
Don't give him a break in the pit.
Don't give me a Kit Kat.
Why not, man? Why not? Jacob Slutowski, guitar.
Brandon Chandler.
I play the bass.
Yeah, what he said, and I do vocals.
I'm Nick. I beat the Skins, and I got a big D. It's for drums. I play the drums.
Yo! Got the gum.
Zebra strap
Gum. Oh, shit. This shit's like the 90s shit, right?
This is gonna be the best like 8 seconds of my life.
Old school gum, old school thrash.
Old school gum, old school. Yes, okay.
Some zebra shit.
So, Carlos and Jacob actually are, it's been a couple, I can't remember the exact number, but I believe they're like the 4th and 5th pit bulls that have ever been on the podcast.
I think I'm the first one to wear my pit bull shirt. Did I see him?
Yes, I believe so. Alex maybe, I'm not sure.
Probably Alex, most likely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to STD.
Yeah, that motherfucker, like, like every day he goes home just to like, iron it out. Hanging it up.
Hey, nothing wrong with taking care of your shit, man.
No, of course not, of course not. I'm just fucking with you, Speed, we love you. But anyway, getting back into it. So why don't we get down to the history, so like the humble beginnings, the way back wins,
That's you guys.
the first writings and everything. Take us back, Exploder 101.
I started off my first band. It was Justice for All. It was a ripoff of Metallica name, obviously.
Yeah.
Was jamming with those guys for a little bit. They wanted to do one direction in music. They wanted to start down tuning and everything, and I was just more into the thrash style. And they wanted to get into sludge and doom. And I ended up starting jamming with this guy, Gustavo Torres, and my brother on drums, and just from just jamming around, he just kind of came up with Exploder. So.
Idea.
Basically, he was the black sheep in that early band, and they kicked him out. And then we were just kind of hanging out, and we were like, "Fuck it!" We just started playing some stuff.
Just make it work.
Like a couple of the riffs that we have for some of our songs. He played for that previous band and they just completely ignored him.
Yeah.
Damn.
Like Trench Warfare just used to be a cheap Master of Puppets ripoff.
Yeah, it was called Mop. Master of Puppets.
Wow. That's like my favorite Exploder song. So like.
That's like our first song.
Ever.
Yeah, it's the first one that we wrote as Exploder.
Fuck yeah. That fucking build up to the solo. Yes. Oh my god, stomp. That is like 1,000 hammers into the pit. Just throw like 1,000 hammers into the middle of the mosh pit. That's what that song is doing.
I remember recording that song, and our music teacher at the school was like, the breakdown is way too long.
He wanted to cut it short,
like,
and we were like, nah, we like it.
Me like it.
I have a feeling that people would say the same thing about Brandon Heretic for the slow and fast part. That da 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 da.
Fuck them, that's what we want to do.
Yeah, fuck them. Like, that's what we want to do. Oh, by the way, yeah, you just heard that. So actually, Jacob is actually one of the newest members in Skull Archer. Which, god damn it, like when he first came on and said he wanted to try out for the band, literally, I'm like, okay, that's cool. And like in my head, I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like flailing my arms and shit, like in my head. Hey, wait, did you just take a fucking... Like, it basically got me doing that.
I don't think I did.
Fuck, oh well. But not to get into that, because that Scorch doesn't matter right now in this episode. You guys have been a staple pretty much in the scene for years. I mean, being one of the few thrash bands that that are collectively in the scene, and then being then just one of the few that just has generated a mass huge following. I first saw you guys back in 2014.
What show was that?
That was when Overkill.
Yep.
It was Overkill when they were touring White Devil Armory.
That was my third show, or third or second show.
God damn.
Ever?
Dude, that
Like,
was
yeah.
It goes that bad.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Damn.
I'm tripping out, dude.
Okay, so I remember.
You're telling stuff that the person in the band doesn't even know now.
Oh yeah. So yeah, they opened up for Overkill when they were touring
I mean,
White Devil
I was
Armory.
friends with them. I was just doing my own projects and my own bullshit.
So
We were friends.
what?
Yeah,
I remember walking into the venue, and I wasn't really in the scene at this time. I was just going to shows of bands that were touring that I liked.
Damn.
And so I was kind of like the awkward kid who just kind of stood at the front of the stage the entire night with some water, yeah. And I remember seeing all these people in Exploder shirts. I'm like, dude, this is cool. And one, I guess someone, I don't remember who they were, and I've never seen them since. It's like, yeah, dude, these guys are fucking sick. Those guys are fucking sick, dude. They're a local thrash band. I'm like, local thrash band? I'm like, I have to pay attention. I think Asylum played that same night too.
Yes.
They did, and there's some
Oh,
other
okay.
band. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. They covered a Black Dahlia Murder song that night.
Yeah.
I remember that shit because I watched it.
Yeah. I was
I remember
petrified.
I mosh too.
I was petrified of mosh pits at that
Really?
time. Yes.
We get you now.
Yeah. Now Yeah, now I do like 8 spins in the air and like fucking yeah, literally do yeah.
Watch out for Billy, everyone.
Not really.
Billy the Kid in there, man.
Fucking Shaggy. Please don't call me. Please, Pitbulls. But my Shaggy can't be my nickname. Come on. Archer. Please.
Nope, Shaggy.
God damn
Yeah,
it.
I see.
Yeah, now it's gonna happen.
Now you gotta say Zoinks.
I didn't even.
Just don't shoot me in the face.
I had no info on it, but now it's Shaggy in
God
my
damn.
head now.
God damn it. I have so many nicknames I can't keep up. But I remember you guys just absolutely destroying it that night. I was completely blown away, and I kind of thought every other band, like even Prong, couldn't even
Fuck yeah, I
stack up.
probably all. To
Not
me, it
th-
sucked.
Not that night. Yeah, that night it was they were a little off. It seemed.
Yeah, everybody still tries to talk me out that they're good, but I didn't see that hype.
They're
I've
not.
never seen
They're
Prong.
not.
I don't like Prong.
They're not
Fuck Prong.
bad. They used to be way better back in the day.
I'm sure, like back in their era, like when I was just like fresher.
If you saw their first couple shows on YouTube, yeah, they were killing it.
Even then, that was my only experience with them. So just because I didn't have a great time doesn't mean I'm not gonna like them in the future or something.
Yeah.
Like, first time I saw Gojira, I didn't understand what it was about. But now,
Gojira.
now I've been in jamming.
Yeah,
my game
oh my
with
god,
Sam
Flying Wells.
It might be
Hey,
one of those situations.
Gojira,
Yeah, dude.
Gojira gets my dick hard.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
gets his football.
Gets the D hard.
But yeah, Overkill killed it that night though.
Oh yeah, they did. Oh fuck yeah, they did.
Overkilled it.
Yeah. So kind of
Really?
just driving back in. So being a staple and everything. Last year was kind of a wish-washy year to say the least. Around what was it, like in July? Like we unfortunately we found the news that Joshua passed away. Which it was kind of like a hard hit to the scene. Like not like I mean I remember. I was talking to Denise about it because we were just talking, right? I had like a pizza. I was watching UFC fights on my streaming site because that's what I did on Saturday nights if there wasn't a show. Just watch UFC fights, have beer, eat some pizza. We're good to go. And I remember she was talking to me. I'm like, dude, I'm really upset. Like one of my roommates like committed suicide, and I'm like, I know literally everybody you live with. Like, ooh, what the fuck? When did this happen? And like she told me, and I'm just like, oh. Fuck. And like, I don't know, man, I personally went into autopilot mode. I kind of just sat there for a minute, and like, I went to my fridge, I'm like, do I have any beer? And like, of course I didn't have fucking beer that night, of course. So I drove out, got me some, I drank that shit out. Like, I took the demo you guys had signed that you gave me, I forget, when you opened up for the Cavalier Rivers and did the Backaroos tour. You gave me that. I actually just put that in my computer. I played that shit. I drank beer that entire night. Just did not know what else to do, man. And I don't want to pry into it if it's uncomfortable, obviously. But I mean, I guess if you don't mind, for those who haven't had the chance to experience Joshua, if y'all wouldn't mind talking about how he was as a person.
Coolest motherfucker I've ever met. like no doubt, man. Most laid back fucking person. Always fucking smiling, always happy, just wanted to have a good time.
His fucking laugh.
His fucking
Where he's like,
laugh, dude.
Yes.
cooking.
It's actually kind of befitting that you became the next guitarist, because I remember going to Exploder shows, you and Josh would switch out roles every now and then, and Josh would run up in the pit.
That was Challenge's idea. We were in St. Fredericksburg at the small bar. And we were all fucked up. He's like, dude, the next show you guys play, you and Josh will switch out. And we're like, okay. Well, like, we ended up making a key with thrash. Like to end off the night usually.
And it always was something that would help like make the show so much badass. And I know, I bet y'all enjoyed it. I mean, I'm sitting there on the stage, but like, you're playing with the band, and then like one of the members of the band is like, boom, all of a sudden in the crowd. And but like he's still playing, and you still got somebody keeping all the shit going, and he gets involved, and it helps pump everybody up. And Josh just knew how to do that, get the energy going.
Yeah.
You definitely light up a room.
Yeah, I remember not when y'all played Electric Vengeance's 10-year anniversary show. I actually kind of like, because you know, one tiny issue I always had was I always felt like I really couldn't hear Josh's guitar a whole lot in some shows
Because he never fixed his fucking speaker. And like every 10
always
shows,
the goddamn thing,
the dude
dude.
would setting us
His
up.
shit was broke.
It would just keep breaking.
He never tell the sound guy. And so he's just sitting there like, and the sound guy's just like,
fucking Chris is just like, I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
no, Chris knows what he's doing.
Okay. Oh, okay. I
Makes
didn't
a lot
know.
of sense.
At Reno's?
Oh yeah. Okay. I was just using him as an example. I didn't know he actually was able to figure out Josh's shtick.
Yeah.
I mean,
he doesn't sound good, like Gas Monkey and shit like that.
It's because we played at Reno so many times, like in a row, like fucking 2 days in a row sometimes. Like Chris would be like, oh hey, you guys are back. He knew exactly like how to
Exploder
sound
rumbles.
shit up.
There you go. No sound check required. But I remember that night, I heard his guitar. It sounded really good, and I thought that was my opinion. I thought that was his best performance I've ever seen.
Yeah, he was badass.
Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun.
That was a prodigy. That was a great guy. Yeah. Can't replace that talent.
Can't replace that heart. You can't replace that spirit. That's the thing. But the thing is that it lives on in everybody. It lives on in all of us, man. I feel like the spirit lives in that bass right there, because that's what I got from the raffle, and that's everyone who played that signed. I mean, you can even see my fucking signature, but it's faded to fuck, but it's there. But yeah, so I always thought that'd be like the perfect piece
Oh yeah.
for the podcast, tie everything together. And you guys then played one last show later that month with Martin Blood, and God, if you shout out to Joker, Papa Satowski.
So,
The first dad shout out ever on the podcast. Fuck yeah. I remember, like, I think every Pitbull was there.
oh yeah.
Like, every Pitbull was there.
Even Chris was there. Chris Martinez.
Mm-hmm.
He was there, and like he like fucking climbed out of the.
A lot of people came out of the woodwork just to support.
Hell yeah.
That was crazy, dude. And God, that mosh pit.
And that's what we're looking forward to on the 10th.
Yeah, even like
For
even
sure.
stronger than that.
The
Like
DMS Metal Fest, we're
Yeah.
gonna fucking blow it out of the water, man.
Hell yeah.
March
Yeah,
6th.
so I wanted to real quickly, because going into that show and then leaving that show, I kind of felt like you guys are kind of like in limbo, sort of like.
Well, of
what,
course.
like what do we do? Does Exploder continue? Do we stop? What happens? Did those questions kind of run through your mind a lot?
It's like
Oh,
Well,
absolutely.
you have no other option.
when
You
something
like-
something that intense happens and it rocks our foundation,
Yeah.
we gotta all take a step back and rebuild that foundation. And you know, even though it seems like we've just kind of fallen out for a while, we're rebuilding our shit back down from the bottom again. And just you watch, it'll be worth it.
Yeah. Because I was because I too was kind of like worried and thinking a lot like, man, are they done? Because like, God, if they're done, that's like taking out like a stone pillar from the scene, like pillars that hold up the scene. That's like taking out a pillar and throwing it away.
And if you want to know how serious we are, we're finally gonna release our first album after like 8 or 10 years or some shit or whatever.
Yeah, it's definitely been in demand for a while. I actually remember a couple of months after I first saw y'all.
There was promise of a CD coming out soon.
Yeah, you guys were like, here's a corner of the album work. And I'm like, corner? I'm so hyped, it's a corner, oh my god. I was actually really excited, like, oh my god, yes. I actually, because of y'all, was actually kind of like my introduction, like hardcore into the scene, because, you know, I got in touch with Angie afterwards, because I guess Angie was just like always trying to find people who said that they enjoyed seeing Exploder. And so I found that Soulfly was coming to town, I believe later that year, and you guys are opening up for him, like, oh my god, Soulfly, I gotta go see Soulfly.
Which one was that one?
That was like the rail.
Was it the rail or the Gas Monkey?
It was the rail.
That one sucked.
Yeah, because the rail kind of, you know, the rail.
No, Cavalera fucking charged $75 for meet and greets and fucking showed up late on stage when they were supposed to play.
Fuck that man.
One more territory!
Exactly.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
But then we played with them later, it was badass. So.
Yeah.
Professional.
Well, I remember because I'm like, shit, I have to go see it. And like, Angie hooked me up with tickets because I met her at like some place in Grand Prairie, like she used to work or something. And I grabbed her some tickets from her, man, and took my friend out. I'm like, you gotta see these dudes, they're so good, they're so good. And I remember you were actually trying to get a pit started. And like, I was actually trying to like get it for you. And like, I'm just like, come on, let's go. Like, everyone's just like, and then I remember at the same time, you and I were like, what the fuck?
Everybody's trying to save the little bit of energy that they have for the one band that they
Fuck
know.
that shit.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's like saying, oh, I'm gonna go to that Slayer show in June, but I'm only gonna mosh for Slayer, even though there's like 4 bands that are like ultimately mosh worthy for that. You gotta.
You know half the people there are gonna do that.
I don't even like just hearing it. I'm just like, hey.
It's like, yeah, dude, it's gonna, like, I'm not gonna mosh for Testament. Like, who the fuck listens to Testament? It's like, you know what?
I don't feel it. I don't feel it.
Dude, I go to that show for Lamb of God.
Yeah.
I go for
we're talking about the Slayer bullshit.
I go to Behemoth.
Behemoth,
dude.
Behemoth, Lamb of God, Slayer, all of them.
Pretty much. Those 3 alone, I just wouldn't go for that.
Yeah,
even though Behemoth, they don't have Inferno as a drummer, so
what?
They can eat shit. Because look, Inferno is fucking amazing. He's an amazing drummer, dude. So fuck.
He's not with them anymore?
No.
Carlos
He's ruined it for me. I'm fucking done with this podcast.
I'm fucking done with this podcast. Flips the fucking table. No, the beer. But you know, I have a bone to pick with because I was supposed to see Lamb of God back when they came in February of 2016, but I had my surgery in January, so I couldn't make it.
Yeah, I was like right after.
I was so, oh my god, yeah, I missed that. But anyway, so I had to get the tickets from Andrew. I remember her posting like a little thing. It's like your favorite band one time was like a local band and had like all these pictures of like Texas local metal bands and all that shit. It's like recommend like one local band you all would like, and I remember I actually remember watching these dudes when I was 16 at a Battle of the Bands Grand Prix called Electric Vengeance. They were really good. And like literally half an hour later, Brandon replies like, "Hey, dude, I remember you. What's up?" And I'm like, "Oh shit," because I was like that one kid, and like you can actually find the video of it where they're playing Keep It Electric at like the farmer's market, and there's this one little kid in the corner that's like headbanging so hard that he's falling down and getting back up and doing it again. That's me.
Was that you?
Yeah, I had no facial hair, so it's gonna fucking throw you off like a motherfucker. Yeah.
It does throw me off.
Yeah, I'm like, Billy, what the fuck? You were supposed to always have facial hair. But so, and I remember getting the album from Brandon after that from
Street Metal Attack.
No, the one homicide. No, fuck.
Homicidal Relapse.
Manic Possession.
Homicidal Relapse is Electric Vengeance's most current album, Billy. I thought you would know that.
Right.
Alright, PC Principal.
God damn it. Anyway, I remember when he was telling me about that, I was like, we were talking about, hey man, are you doing a show? He's like, yeah, we're playing for Exploder at the end of July. And I'm like, what? I need to go to that. What the fuck? It sounds so good. And that was like my first show I ever went to. I went to a black metal show earlier that year because Nathan took me in March. it was Worm Chasm and some other bands like Tyrannosaurus and all that. But that was like the first show that I was like, really, really into at the time, and then just kind of like everything kind of just followed up from there. So these dudes play a big part in my upbringing, and I love it.
Yeah, they're the reason why I'm like who I am in this scene. Like the first song I ever heard was like Born to Kill, and like ever since then I was like hooked. Then I met Chandler at Reno's, and then I met Jacob on the side of Curtain Club.
Yep.
And then after that, it was just like, after that it was just like every show I went to was like an Exploder show pretty much. I always wore my Exploder shirt.
Big support.
Like, yeah, I always been. I got the first Exploder patch ever made.
Fuck yeah.
Fucking
Because he made it himself, he didn't share.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get that Pitbull's history. Who approached you when they approached you?
I got asked to be a pit bull by Dizzy. I'd always get in there with them and mosh and everything. Through the local scene a lot. And Dizzy asked me if I wanted to be a pit bull, and I was like, well, yeah, fuck yeah. And then he brought me up into it, and David Campos and everybody else, and that's how I got to know everybody in the scene, and like just getting to know everybody from like knowing these dudes especially, and then like Chemicost, STD, EV, just like your like fucking thrash and the Interment and every other band, you know, that I fucking we all support in the scene. Like it just became a big part of my life.
Hell yeah.
It's been a pretty cool like 2.5 years like since it started.
Fuck yeah.
And my hair was like right here. You know? But yeah, and then now I'm like, it's an honor to be a part of like something that I supported so much. Like fucking 3 years ago, when I first met these guys, I wouldn't have ever thought that I'd be playing with them. You know.
It's kind of what I have a feeling playing with Jacob. Like I had no idea. I was just some kid going to an overkill show.
It's funny. It's cool how it just starts as like something that you just kind of have a passion and like fandom for, and like you end up being a bigger part of it. You know.
Exactly. It makes it kind of comes full circle and makes you realize everything that you've done before is kind of like led up to this in like a really cool way.
Yeah, for real.
Man, we were all just kids in high school when we started this shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
Fuck math on one.
Little shapes.
We'll play a show.
Like our drummer, but he started off as our guitarist, Troll. I basically bullied him in school. And then he ended up becoming one of my best friends.
Oh, yeah. That's how it happens. That's how most of my friendships happen.
You know, he always like envied Slash and shit like that. So like that was his influence. And Jake was like all about fucking Slayer, Machine Head, and Slipknot. His little brother was like, I listened to Disturbed, and we were like, cool, let's put that in there too. And I listened to like,
yep.
And I barely even was getting into metal. I listened to like Jack Black and Tenacious D, and like some shit like that. And then he was the one that pretty much got me into metal.
Okay.
And we were just like, fuck it.
Just smash it all together. Give the cops out.
But we were all still in school. We weren't even fucking 18.
One thing I really like about the thrash scene, that especially in this compared to other places, like since we have very few thrash bands compared to other scenes, like every thrash band you can tell is like uniquely different, and it's really cool. Like
there's like few thrash bands, but like each one was fucking amazing.
Yeah, like EV brings like a really high punk element to it, like kind of crossover, but not.
And melodic also, like
you
can hear those like Maiden like
exactly
playing. You can hear those Maiden fucking harmonies, and like you just
like in brackish,
tight, you know?
Totally.
And the vocals are nice too.
And then you have Chemicost, who kind of puts in some death metal influence, kind of comes from. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
You gotta show that better, man. That was like.
It looks like a goddamn fidget spinner.
Yeah, we'll do it later.
It's a fidget spinner, guys.
It's a fidget spinner tattoo with Chemicost. But I feel like what you guys are really known for, in my opinion, or like what makes you guys stand out, is that you guys kind of noodle better than anybody in any other thrash band. Like the way that you guys just like intricate like your riffs and your solos, like they all kind of span out in like a way that like no other thrash band's doing it in the scene. I really feel like when it comes to like solos and just like riff creation, I feel like you guys are like beating everybody. Like by like a fucking mile.
Yeah, man, that means a lot, dude. We work hard for
it. It's communication, dude. It's as musicians, when you have that communication, especially having brothers, it's not so much a professional music thing. we've been bullshitting together for a minute now.
Mm-hmm.
Like we're not full of this or that, but you know, when it comes to getting together as a group and getting as a team, these guys got it, man. We got it. You know,
It's that chemistry.
So like I mean, because it helped me out a lot. Like fucking with these guys helped me out a lot because fucking just getting out on that shell, you know, and when it comes to solos and just being a musician, these guys are fucking creative, you know. So.
And it doesn't matter like what you know. It's just if you're feeling something and you have an idea, we figure out how to make it a reality. You know, we don't always know the technical shit of what it means or what we're supposed to be playing, but it's like we still are able to express what like comes out of our fucking heads. Sometimes we've written a song in a day, like right then we're like boom, song start to finish and it's done.
We wrote Born to Kill in like 10-15 minutes.
We watched Full Metal Jacket and then we went into the garage and we're like, oh wait, we have a song.
Damn.
Did you see the Born to Kill thing on his helmet? Is that
that's where you got it.
Nice.
Like the scene where like the one like kind of retarded dude's like cleaning his
beat
gun
by
in
the
the
soap.
bathroom.
Yeah.
That's ominous music.
Gomer Pyle. Gomer Pyle.
That's where we got it from.
Oh my god.
That's it.
Holy
I gotta
shit.
watch the movie.
And then the rest of the song just kind of like it's there.
Thrash as fuck.
That's what's up though.
But some other songs will take months and we're like, man, we can't ever fucking do this.
And that's the evolution of it all, though. Like, fucking, we're just evolving. We're becoming a more aggressive band, and, you know. But it's not through aggression, through nothing, like, no other outlet or whatever. It's all love, you know. And I can say for myself, just speaking, I've learned a lot of love and a lot of caring out of this group of people. So, with that being said, a lot of our product is going to be coming out just raw, just emotional. It's not going to be like a manufactured product. It's not going to be anything, raw emotion.
Talking for a sudden weird. Blood, sweat, and tears.
Like, take it,
Beer.
Uno. There's going to be not just blood, sweat, and tears, but blood, sweat, and beers.
That's what we just said.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Hey, that's a good idea, Nick.
Nick the Guru, everybody.
No, I'm not the guru, man. I'm just full of shit and I talk shit and
We love
that's
it.
what I do.
We
That's
love
what I
it.
do.
Though.
I'm a shit talker.
We wouldn't have it any other way.
No, yeah, exactly.
You know, and like it's just, it is what it is, man. And thank you. Like this is cool, dude.
No, I love it, dude. I love it.
Like the thing's the thing. I'm just pointing out observations, and it is what it is.
You know, one thing I really want to get into is your pitch into Pitbulls, because you're still just a prospect like me, but like your prospecting definitely catches more eyes than mine does for sure.
Yeah, it feels like there's a little more pressure on me.
So like, why don't we get into it? Because the thing is,
I got
like,
because got that pressure.
I feel like that you've, like, I feel like everyone in the organization has been wanting to have you as a member for a long time, because like the way you mosh, like style-wise, like I've said on this podcast before, like when it comes to a style, like no one has a better style than you, because you're super squirrely, you're super aggressive, but you do all these insane fucking movements that I couldn't even comprehend doing.
I got my style from him.
Sounds like his guitar playing.
Yes, no, exactly. Like everything this guy does is just, it
93,
just
you're the rooster.
blows me out of the water, bro. So why did it take this long for you to decide to get the shirt?
It was just something that I wanted to make sure that this is absolutely something I was ready for to take on in my life. Like there was never a second thought in my mind that I was never gonna pursue trying to become a pit bull. But as far as like, you know, taking on that responsibility, I just had to make sure I was ready, and I was ready for the commitment, all the hard work and everything to put into it. And I'm glad I made that jump and I made that leap. So
yeah. And I remember you were also telling me, God damn it, I remember you were also telling me that like you want to make sure that it just wasn't handed to you, because for those who don't know, Joker, who is the the co-founder of the Pitbull is your father, and you wanted to make sure that it wasn't just like, hey, I'm interested, and you just didn't want them to hand your shit like, okay,
No
cool.
special treatment.
Yeah, you wanted to make sure that you went through the process like everybody else.
Don't want to live in the shadow.
Because I'm Jake and I'm amazing.
Yeah.
No, but really he is.
Yeah, he is. I haven't my band for a reason.
Dude, that's.
By the
my
way,
nigga.
working with this motherfucker is the best thing ever because this dude comes up with the best. I'm just gonna say it real quick. Like, I love how we all had a helping hand in Branded Heretic. Like, you know, I brought the beginning solos and the vocals, and then Reed brought in a solo, and you brought in a solo, and like Tim kind of mastered it all out with drumming techniques and said we should probably do this here. Like, I don't know, like
That was David's turn.
yeah, David, hurry the fuck! Oh yeah, none of y'all met David yet, have you? Yeah, it's like guitar player. I haven't even announced him officially yet. No, I'll have to. He's a fucking nooler, but you can tell that he has like a lot of in a lot of ways have similar noodling strategy. But I feel like David's amazing. David is definitely more of a groovy type of riffer than a raw kind of riffer. Like, he plays like a lot of really like kind of like distorting riffs, which I mean they're gonna sound pretty sick in Branded Heretic because the song kind of has like a really good slow down pace.
Yeah, I really appreciate his style the few times he has jammed with us.
Yeah, and so it's just all come together really well. And now it's time for show promotions because goddamn, you have shows lined up and ready to go. So why don't we fucking knock them out of the park right now? What we got coming up?
We got fucking March 10th.
Comeback show.
You know, you tune the horns of Skull Archer and Exploder. They're both going to be playing.
Yeah, it's our comeback show too. After, because last show we played was Joshua's benefit show.
And we're doing March 24th, right?
March 24th.
Fredericksburg. If you can make it to the Hill Country, we need to pack that little ass bar.
Yeah, because it's like, it says like the stage is
like literally 10 people with a bar before.
Yeah, like
so
the place like for
serve.
the band is like no bigger than this corner right here, and the moshing is just like slowly bumping into each other.
Perfect.
And like watching your step, that's all it is.
Do we got anything set up for April?
April
420.
We have 2 shows in April.
We have April 14th at Tomcats, motherfucking Skull Archer, Moldavera, Rapid Face.
That's in May.
That's April 14th.
Chemicals Protest.
Wait, we're playing with
Thrash Fest.
Yeah, it's
wait, I was thinking that was May 18th.
April 14th.
And then April 24th?
April
right?
21st.
21st, we're playing in Lubbock, Texas.
With Prophecy.
So,
Prophecy. Fuck.
Yeah.
We got offered to do a show with them in June. We can't.
And then talk about fucking May.
Oh yeah, April or May.
Yeah, that's what I thought we were gonna play.
At Wits.
At Wits End, the Suicide Prevention Show hosted by Tracy Squad.
Wait, I thought that was 11 for 12.
Yeah, just go to the
Tracy.
Well, I mean, in 12 days, we don't know.
Give me a job, Tracy.
Yeah, because
early May, Suicide Awareness Prevention. Fucking Wits End.
job where he works.
And then July, sometime in July, it's like a TXDM Fest. We're playing with like Prophecy and like a bunch of death metal
Fucking
bands.
Oh yeah,
Death Metal Fest, and guess what? We're playing for some reason.
We're
thrash metal.
Well, we got thrash.
Yeah, we got a special cover in the
We got thrash.
Special
death
cover, yeah.
Or death thrash. Thrash death is it's death metal and thrash metal. It's happening.
And throughout the presentation of all these shows, we'll be introducing stuff from the album that we're about to release, plus new music that none of y'all have fucking heard at all yet.
Yeah.
And some of the stuff that y'all have heard,
Stuff too, yeah.
but still not released.
Yeah.
Oh.
So there's just gonna be every show we're gonna play something a little different. So you know,
Bring some extra.
bring your moshing boots.
Yeah, bring some extra moshing boots.
Bring a hammers. But no, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be driving in that DFW Metal Fest show right now, actually, because March 10th, it is the comeback of Exploder. It's not only the comeback of Exploder, it is their CD release show that we've been waiting for years. It's Carlos's first show in the band. It's your motherfucking birthday. It's Skull Archer's comeback show. It's just gonna be a great night. It's us.
Every show's gotta be
STD, Mark and Blood, Rabid Flesh Eaters.
Dude, RFE.
Everybody.
Rabid Flesh Eaters are one of those guys that, since we started, they've helped us out.
Yeah, they've been there since day one.
Yeah, and dude, they're the originals. 1986. My mom saw their first show when she was 16.
Fucking right.
You're wrong. You weren't even a thought. We weren't even.
Exactly, dude. I wasn't even sperm building on my dad's balls at that point, dude. Like, it was fucking.
Hey, dude, we're outdated piece of shit, man.
You know what? That's gonna. You know what? You know what? Just because he said that in the episode of this, it's gonna be Exploder, and then in parentheses, outdated piece of shit, man.
He's like,
you fucking did it, man.
I mean, I'm not trying to fucking.
Look what you did, dude.
Different title for the video. Okay,
like,
so
seriously, you were not the, like, none of us were the first thought of a fucking dad's nutsack. Our dads were thinking, I got smashed. Our dads wanted to smash.
You're like the 2,300,000th thought of his.
And you won.
And you made it.
Dude, no, okay, you know what? You know what? This blew my mind today. I remember talking with my old man one day, and he was like, dude, you know what? I just realized something. Like, what? If I had masturbated one time more before I got with your mom, I probably would not have had you. I'm like, dude! Yo, what the fuck? You probably would have been on a fucking napkin in the trash can.
Basically, perpetuating the point that I was trying to make.
I mean, am I wrong?
All of our parents should have just kept going.
Maybe it's time to explore. Maybe all in future presidents or some shit.
Exploding her.
No, we probably call.
Please make that a show.
If you make us leaders, we're gonna go to World War IV or World War V.
Yeah. So, guys, normally I have a song that plays at the end of the video for the podcast. I'm not gonna do it for this one because I want you guys to go out to the March 10th show and I want you to see it for yourself.
Raise your letters before we go on there.
Or Archer will hunt you down.
Yeah, because
in the face.
Yeah, no, because at that point I will already be done. And I will just have my bow, and I'll just come around and hit you with it.
Plunge your bows.
And yes, I'm actually going to bring arrows to actually hit you with. So if you actually want to be shot, just raise your hand when we're playing, and I'll do it.
Or don't buy the CD.
Oh, we gotta wait till
shit, we gotta wait till we gotta wait till March 10th to get shot by Billy.
Exactly.
My horns are in support for everybody, and fuck everybody. Horns up, man. We're metal.
And don't forget, there's also gonna be
it's all metal.
Another night, so it's 2 nights.
Yeah.
Plus, it's 3 other stages, so it's 4 different clubs for 2 nights. You can't see all of the bands. There's no way.
But be at Reno's all day Saturday.
Yeah, at Reno's, I'm sorry. Everybody else, I love you guys. Active Defiance is playing that night. Creeper's playing that night.
Fucking Beer Break.
10 other
Combat.
But if you're not at Reno's...
Combat's fucking amazing, dude. Fucking Combat, dude.
But yeah, like...
Combat!
But yeah, guys, March 10th, you gotta be at Reno's because we're gonna throw that shit up. And speaking about the Metal Fest, next episode, we are gonna have a band who is gonna be playing on the first night who is getting ready to release their CD in the most brutal, deathly way possible. They were just featured up on Metal Injection. You probably already know who I'm talking about, but I'm not gonna say the name. Just be ready for next Saturday for that episode and let's fucking kill it.
I wonder if they destroy it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there will be a lot of destruction, that's for sure. All right, guys.
I am excited.
Thank you for guys. Thank you so much for coming on the podcast. I greatly appreciate it. We're gonna get off here. We're gonna fucking party down tonight. We're gonna have a bunch of fun. We'll see you at the next one, and we'll see you at the Metal Fest.
Woo! I gotta pee.